for this entire program. By end of the this program, we hope that you would be prepared for the cloud practitioner foundational certificate. But throughout this program, I would need a small promise from you, a commitment that you would be parking a few hours, at least 1 hour a day, for your self learning. And that's how it would help you to prepare for your certification. So for to access all the resources, as Balaji have already mentioned, the first thing that you would need is the APN account, right? So you can use your organizational ID and you can create your account here. I believe Balaji have already shared you the URL where you can create this APN account. If not, if you missed it somehow, I would also be sharing in the chat window where you can use this URL to create your account. Do you need, should I stop for a minute or two so you can confirm if you have your APN account handy?
So can we have a quick thumbs up from those of you have a APN account? If you do not have an APN account, follow the tutorial link what has been shared. So this session today is not getting recorded, but from coming week we will get it recorded because I never got a request earlier. Okay. So only now somebody is asking me, can we record this session? So we'll get this done from coming week then.
In the interest of time, for those of you who know, can just use the emoji button and just give us a thumbs up. We are a little tight on time. So yeah, as long as you have your APN, we're good. You can log in on your own time, but that will allow Shruti to kind of continue what she wants to explain. So like a quick thumbs up or something on the chat window will really help. We will not be able to actually wait for everybody to log in. That we request people to do so themselves.
Yes. So just a confirmation, like everyone, this is very important for throughout this program and for preparation of your exam and accessing those resources. So we all are trying to emphasize that this is something important you should have. And I have shared the link. Balaji also have shared you the URL and instructions how you can create your APN ID. Now, why this is important, because this ID you would be using to log into this skill builder. Now on this skill builder, when you go when you are trying to sign in, there are 4 options, right? So typically you this is the we use the builder ID, right? But to access the learning plan that we are going to share here, that the partner network ID, the APN ID, that is going to you need to use to sign in to access all the resources which are specifically planned for the partners, right? So you can use this partner ID, and this partner ID would give you access on all the resources that you need to access for the preparation. So we would be sharing this learning plan, which which have everything that you need to create prepare for your certification. But before I share this plan, let us understand what the certification is all about. Now, there are in total 12 certifications available on AWS. Let me take you to the certification portal. So, okay. So this is the portal for the certification. And almost all your questions related to certification you get here, right? Any question that you might have in your mind, like how long this question is, how much time it takes, or what type of questions I get. Is there any list of topics that I should prepare? Think about any question that you have about certification. This is your one stop shop where you get all the answers. How? Let me show you. So today, these are the 12 certification that we just spoke about. So these are foundation certificate, and these foundation certificates are meant for anyone. anyone who want to start their journey on the cloud or on the AI. You could be, you might be a developer, or you might be someone from let's say sales team, or you are someone from the deployment team, and you want to start your journey on the cloud. So this is the certificate, the cloud practitioner, which is a foundation certificate. The even if you have no experience on cloud, or max 6 month experience on cloud, you can still go for the practitioner certificate. And the same with the AI, right? If you are someone who want to start your journey on the AI, this is your certificate where you can go for. Now if you are someone who have a minimum 1 year of experience on the cloud or the given domain, like the machine learning or solution architecting or sysops or developer or data engineer, then you can go for the associate level of certificate. If you are a professional means minimum 2 to 3 years of experience you have, you can go for a professional certificate. Or you are focused into a particular field, like I am a specialist in a machine engineer or networking or security, then I can go for a specialty certificate. Now there is no designated path. That means if I already have a 2 years of experience and I do not want to go for a foundation certificate, I can right away directly go for a professional certificate if I like to, right? But remember, the 6 month or 1 year or 2 year is not like a showstopper. It is the level of the questions that would be asked during the examination. So let's say I'm not someone who have ever worked on AWS, but I have experience and I understand how the architecting works, right? So I did enough on the hands-on, and now I know how it is deployed and everything. So, and I feel prepared for the professional certificate, so I can go for the professional certificate. The idea behind saying that level of experience, that means the level of questions that would be asked. Now today we are talking about the foundation level of certificate, that is AI practitioner. Now here AI practitioner, you might have up to 6 months of experience of AI, or you could be a beginner on the AI domain, right? So this is a 90 minutes of examination. Now saying that 90 minutes of examination, how many of you have a certification account already? Can I get a thumbs up from you if you have? Right? You can send me emojis as well. I can see thumbs ups. All right. So if you have already, if you already have created a certification account, or you are someone who is yet to create the certification account, that one step that might help you is, if you are someone who is a non-native English speaker and writing this exam from a non-native English speaking zone. So I'm Indian and I'm a non-native English speaker. I'm writing this exam from Karnataka. Now this is a non-native English speaking zone. So what I can go do is I can go to my account and I can request for accommodation, right? What this would do, this would give you extra 30 minutes in your examination, right? Let me copy this. Now, why this 30 minutes is important? Okay, I'm trying to paste, but somehow I do not have, I'm not able to paste it here. Let me try again. Okay. So in the accommodation, in your account, you can go to accommodation and request the accommodation, and this would give you 30 extra minutes. So coming back here, this 90 minutes, you have now 30 minutes extra. Okay. So I typically get this 30-minute extra in all of my examination, because this is what you have to do once, right? There is you don't have to do it multiple times, or every time you write the exam. Just once you can do that, and this would help you every time you get plus 30 minutes here. So total, this is 120 minutes, means 2 hours. So in this 2 hours, I would be spending 90 minutes on answering the question. Every question I'm going to flag, right? And before submitting this question, I'm going to use this 30 minutes to review all my answer. So mark your all your question. This is one of the best practice I would always suggest to do. Mark your question for review during your examination and go back, review them before you submit. Right? So what typically I do, like in my case, when I open the examination, like I get start getting the questions, I would go through all the 65 questions, and so there are 65 questions basically. I go through all the 65 questions and I would answer those which are the smallest or shortest, or which I'm more confident about, right? And then I would start from question number one again, and this time I would read through the longer questions as well. I would try to answer all of them, but I never forget to flag them for the review so that I can save the last few minutes, like at least 15 minutes. I can go back, review all the answers, and then submit. And this helps. Many a time it happens that the second time when I'm selecting, I go through the questions, I might end up on a different view or a different answer. So never forget to review a question and mark this accommodation so that you can get extra time. Now, what all topic you should prepare for your examination? So here, everyone have this page open with you. I would recommend to open this page, review the examination guide. Okay, so go to the AI practitioner and open your examination guide. So you can go through that with me and we both talk about this together. Okay, so here is your examination guide. Okay. Okay, so here is the examination guide. Now what type of questions you would get, right? So there are 5 different type of questions. Okay, you want the link again? Okay, thank you Balaji for sharing. So there are 5 different type of questions you get. So I'm sure you are already aware of multiple choice. Means there is one correct answer and 3 distractors, right? And there is multi response, means there could be 2 or more correct responses, and so there could be 5 or more response option given, and that would say that please select mark 2 or mark 3, or like that. It would give you number how many answers are right in the given options. Now here you need to remember there is no negative marking and there is no partial marking. So if it says select 3, right? And if I select 2 correct and I select 1 wrong, right? So how much score I would get for this question? Exactly. So there is either full score or no score, right? So you have to be very careful here. If there is it is asking 2 or 3 or any, so all the answers need to be correct. If you select any one wrong answer, means there is no score. So either you get a full score for a question or you do not get any score for the question, right? Then there are steps. Now these questions are more about hands-on, right? So let's say you want to do some tasks, so how you follow the steps. Now someone like me who learned by doing hands-on would be heavily dependent on hands-on to solve this type of question, right? So what all steps you take to do a specified task? So there would be 5 options, and you have to arrange them in the correct order, or you have to match the responses, right? The tables. And this one is very interesting. A scenario would be given. So it is more like to promote a real knowledge, understanding of the services, and how you can use those services in your real life, right? So just knowing about the service or theoretical knowledge is not enough to be a workforce ready workforce, right? If I want a workforce which is certified and able to go to the field and deliver the task, then they need the hands-on experience. And these 3 questions are heavily dependent on the hands-on. And do not worry, I will tell you how you get the hands-on experience. Okay. Now, so this was the type of questions that you get. Now, what topics you should be focusing on? Now, here is the topics. Now, you might be wondering how much you should score. So 700 or the 70% is the score, is the passing marks, right? But I would not suggest to focus on 70%. Go for prepare for the 100%. Attempt for 100%, and then there is a high chance of scoring 70% or beyond, right? So always score for 70%, 100%. Now, remember, there is no negative marking, right? That means if you are not sure about an answer, the worst that can happen, you do not get a score, right? So do not leave any question. Always go for 100%, right? Do not skip any question. Now, what topics you should prepare for? So, fundamental of AI/ML, fundamental of generative AI, then application, the foundation model, responsible AI, and security, compliance, and governance. That is the 5 domains that you can prepare for. Now, in these 5 domains, what are the task statement you can find underneath in detail, right? So I would say that take some time, go through this task detail, and ask yourself if you understand this task, and would you be able to perform any task which is related to this. Okay, so if you do, that means you are prepared for the examination. Now, here is a list of services you would get in scope services, which are part of the certification, and there is out of scope services which are not part of the certification, right? So this is all about how you can prepare, uh, or what all the topics you should focus on, and how the examination would look like. Correct? Do you have any question by now? Any question? I don't see any in the chat. So I feel there's no question anyway. Garma and Balaji is doing very excellent job in the chat window, I see. And all the questions are being answered there. Okay. So this is what we spoke about, the certification. Now the AI practitioner certification is your fundamental certification on the AI. Now here you need to understand the foundation understanding of AI, machine learning, and generative AI concept. Okay, how the exam experience would look like. So exam experience is as we discussed already, so I will not take you through again. The exam, you can have the 90 minutes of exam, which you can add 30 more minutes, so it goes to 120 minutes. There are 65 questions. And there is total score is 1000, out of which 700 plus is the pass marks, right? There are 5 different types of question: no negative marking, no partial credits, right? And you can appear in the examination on remote, or you can go through the on the center and you can write the exam. All the examination is going to be any, you choose to give that exam remotely or on the center, it would be live proctored exam. Means your proctor would be on camera and you need to be on camera throughout the exam. No breaks are allowed, so prepare yourself in advance for those 2 hours. No breaks given there. Keep a government ID handy with you because on the camera you have to show your government ID and they would ask you to rotate the camera around to see there is no another book or pen or any other screen or phone available around you. Uh, and I think a glass of water might be allowed. That's all. Do the system check in advance. It's a good practice that you log into your examination portal at least 30 minutes in advance. Do your system check in advance already and prepare yourself for next 2 hours. During the examination, this is where I typically get a warning from the proctor almost in every certification I would have appeared in. So they, no talking is allowed. No talking means I have a habit of reading out the question loud, which always goes against me. So don't do that. There is no notes or no other device. In your examination environment, you have an online note is available where you want to do some calculation or make some note, you can do that. And then, yes, do not forget to flag the questions for the review. There is a virtual notepad available and review your question before you submit them. So this was the part of how your examination would look like. Now let's understand how you can prepare for the examination, right? So here on the portal, let me take back. Coming back here, just before your examination guide, you have a 4-step plan. You can click in there. This will take you to the skill builder, right? Now, on this skill builder, to get access to all the resources that is especially planned for you as a partner, it is very important that you log in as a partner, right? A generic builder ID would not give you access to all the recommended resources, right? Because normally it is a paid version, which is available for you as a partner for free. So this is a partner network. You can log in here, use your APN ID that you created that on the first step we were talking about, and here you would be able to get access. Now before I take you through, let me on the skill builder, let me give you a little more detail about the skill builder here, what this skill builder is all about and how that can help you, right? So skill, this is the platform. It's not just another learning tool, it's like a competitive advantage on the preparation, right? So it's a complete circle that you can see here. So learn, you want to prepare and you want to learn about the services, you can have the digital courses, 600 plus digital courses, 30 plus technical domain, 20 plus different languages are available for the digital learning, right? And then what you learn, you want to practice, right? So that practice you can get from the hands-on. So you want to do the hands-on and you want a lab environment, a sandbox environment where and a learning guide, you want to do that. So there are the builders lab available where you can practice the skills that you learn. You don't need any separate AWS account to practice them. Everything is inbuilt here in the builders lab. Now you have done the theory, right? You have learned the services and the topics. Now you want to, and you have practiced them, but how you would actually implement them, right? So you would have noticed that many times what you did in the while learning and what you did in a lab, the real life scenario could be absolutely different, right? So, how do you get yourself familiar with the real world scenarios? And that's where different type of tools are available on this skill builder, like your jam challenges, like your cloud quest, like your AWS simulon, which are the industry quest. So these gives you the real life challenges scenarios. So these are in terms of a challenge that is thrown on you, and then you need to solve them, right? So there are simulations, there are sandbox environment, there is a bundle of guidance assistance to get you prepared for the real world scenarios to prepare for, right? How you can get prepared. While registering for AWS cert, it is asking me free plan or paid plan. I don't think for cert it asks. I will come back on this, or maybe Balaji can help you here. I will continue, or if not, then at the end I'll pick your question. Okay. Now, so this is your real life scenarios where you can actually apply them, and through the cloud quest and the industry quest. Right now we have three industry quests: manufacturing and automation, finances, and healthcare. These are the three domains which have some specific requirement, right? So what practice work in the manufacturing, same practice may not work in healthcare. So there are scenario based challenges and there are domain based challenges, right? You need to prepare for that domain. So that is the industry quest available. You can actually step into a manufacturing unit and you can solve those problems. Then you want to certify, because that is how your client, your customer, your team would know that you are specialize in that particular domain, like the AI or machine learning or data engineering. So you want to certify. Now, whenever we talk about certification, what we want, what are the topic I should prepare, and do I have a sample questions, right? So all your assistants, like the sample question, pre-test, exam simulation, and a list of courses and hands-on that can help you to certify, that is also available on this skill builder, right? So let's start with understanding the learning plan. So I have created a small uh, video for you, so that can save some time for us now. So this is the skill builder URL, skillbuilder.aws, that I can see Balaji has already shared, right? So wait for a minute. This one is for the Cloud Quest, I believe. So I will take you directly. Okay. So this is where we left. So I'm going to log in to the skill builder using the partner ID, right? This is why I keep a recorded version. Okay. I think all the links are being already shared, and I believe Balaji would be sharing a consolidated email after the session with all the links which you need for which are being discussed here. Am I correct, Balaji?
Yes, Ruti, we will share a consolidated mail to all the participants who have participated.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. So this is your skill builder that I have logged in as a partner. This is how you would log in. My dashboard and your dashboard might look a little different because what I am doing and where you are starting. But here, I want you to look at this explore section on the top. On the right hand side, on the left hand side on the top, you have explore, where you can learn by the cloud roles. Okay, you can learn by the domain, you can learn by the certification, or what is your preferred learning way. You want to learn through the digital classroom, or the game based learning, or group based learning, or immersive solution, or you want to do hands on. So, whichever way you are comfortable learning, or what is your focus of learning, you can pick. So, for example, today our focus is the certification for AI practitioner. So, you can click here, and this is everything that you need for the certification is at one place, right? So this is your learning plan, and this is your escape room. This is so two learning plan that I would suggest. Let me copy this. Mm, can I copy the link? Yes. So this is one learning plan, which is you can even. And this one is the second one. I hope you have a notepad handy where you are copying this links that I'm sharing. Okay, so these are the two learning plans which would have all the courses consolidated at one place. I've also shared a list of courses apart from these two with Balaji. He would be sharing you later on, which would complement your preparation. Right? Now here, this is your learning plan one, which is so learning plan is very carefully consolidated and picked those courses by our specialist to help you to prepare or focus on a certain service or certificate. So here you have so this you do not have to complete this at one go. So this is the list of 19 trainings, and here are which is focused on preparation. Okay, so this is so my I'm always interested in two areas here. One is whenever I prepare an examination, I start with practice set. Okay, in this practice set, you have 20 questions. Now, when I do this 20 question, I know that which areas I should be focusing more. Don't do this 20 question with an idea that you have to complete all of them and get the full mark. That's not the agenda here. Agenda here is try to solve this 20 question and figure out, find out which are should be your area of focus, from where which are topics you should prepare more. So that is this 20 question is all about. Then later on, once you are prepared, you can go for the official pre-test. So I typically do this at the end of my preparation, maybe 2 or 3 days before I appear into the examination. So if I have planned to appear this examination on 10th, maybe today or on Sunday I would have done that. So this gives me the confidence that how prepared I am. Apart from that, these are the different domains that we spoke about, how you can practice for them and how you can learn from them. Right? So these are the two learning plans that I have shared the link already, and this is the second one, right? Now, apart from this, as I mentioned, there are 5 different type of question. So your real life experience matters here, right? And for that real life experience, you have different types of learning available, like your hands for your hands-on experience, you have Builders Lab, and your real life experience, you have Similearn, you have CloudQuest, you have AWS Jams. So for the Similearns, you have a set of 10 Similearns are available for free for the generative AI practitioner, right? Now you can go ahead and log in and do your hands-on, right? So let me show you this. So this is the similar, right? You can start from any, just pick anyone that you, or you can start from one, and just you can start here. And this is basically a scenario based, a real life challenge. Okay. Now, what is the specialty of the similar is that you are not just solving a challenge, you are getting to interact with a customer. Like, do you think like ever a customer or for that matter exam question would rarely say that I want this service to use, right? No one says that I need a S3 or I need a EC2. They don't say that. They come up with a problem, right? And you, as a expert, you have to provide a solution. So, how you can interact with the customer, how you can answer their question, how you can prepare yourself for a real scenario. That similar is a kind of a learning through the simulation, right? So here you have two modes. One is the scripted mode, one is open dialogue mode, right? The scripted mode is a guided way to talk. The open dialogue is means the response from the customer would be generated on based on your response. So this is a AI based communication happening. So here I have started with the guided mode. When I do that, so what happens? Let's say I have, okay. Now here is the okay. So here is the customer. Now whatever I response, based on that, the customer response would be generated. Okay. So I heard you are an AWS specialist. Could you help me to determine best AWS service for my company need? Right. So what they need, all are the question marks here. Right. And then okay. So here they are saying detail about their problem, and I can respond based on my response. The customer response would be generated. So this is all AI based. Now, I might have stuck at some point. I don't know how to respond. For that, you have Mr. Newton here, right? Mr. Newton is your personal AI assistant with whom you can ask you questions, right? And I can ask this question, and okay, my screen is at full zoom. I will share the link. Okay. So you can ask the question, and Mr. Newton would help you with your questions, right? And so if you need any assistant, what service I should suggest for this, or the customer have this question, what should I be my answer, or explain about the any particular, let's say, should I be using internet gateway or I should be using API gateway. So I can ask Mr. Newton, who is an AI assistant and who would be assisting me with the question. So here my communication skill, problem solving skill, customer focus, all are being like scored, right? So how I'm responding to the customer, I can see how much I'm scoring in here. Now, next, so I did this customer meeting. After this meeting, I can go ahead and suggest a solution to the customer, right? So that would be the next step. So once we suggested this communication happen, then I can go ahead on the next step. This is Mr. Newton who is helping. So there are three steps: learn, practice, and DIY. Learn is where this is the architecture suggested. Now I can learn about every service that I want to learn. Right? I can click on them. It would explain me through the digital courses. Then practice is where I have on the right hand side on the top, if you can see, we have AWS console, which is your sandbox environment, and here are your guides which would help me with the steps. Okay, now this all I can practice and the AWS console, and I can do the hands-on, right? I have another recording for you. So this entire list that I'm sharing right now, this is for free, right? So all you have to do is log in as a partner, and you would get this entire list of similar for free. Okay. Let me show you one more. Right. So we have picked one of them. No restrictions, you can always complete and go back and want to do it again, you can do that. So here I start, and this is loading the simulated environment. Okay. So this time we can pick up the guided mode. The previous one was the open dialog mode. This would look a bit different. So this is the scripted dialog. Okay. We are completing the scripted dialog and we are talking. Now, if I have any question regarding the solution or the customer interaction or any service, I can take help from Mr. Newton, who is my AI assistant, right? So I can ask any question. It's not just about this similar, any question I can ask with this assistant. For example, what is the purpose of using the application load balancer? Why I am using this? So that I can get. Now again the three steps: learn, practice, and DIY. So I want to learn about the services. I can click on them and I will be able to learn them. So on the bottom you can see video, and then here are the dialogue, here is the assistant. So if I want to learn about that, I can click on the video. If I want to go back and see what all discussion we had, I can go to dialogue. And if I want help from Mr. Newton, I can click on assistant. So these are the small digital learning about all the services which is mentioned here. So I can go and learn about them. So this is, I want to learn about bedrock, okay, that is being used here. So how the bedrock is being helpful. Now I have a question I want to ask Mr. Newton. So I can go on assistance and I can ask Mr. Newton there. This is basically the question, interaction with the customer. So right from learning to getting ready for the project, right? So it might, you have seen many times it happens that your team learns a topic, but in the real scenarios when you go to deliver that project, right, there are different type of communication that you need, and you might not feel prepared for that. So that's what this simulation is, simulating that entire environment. Or industry quest is also a type of simulation which is simulating that entire environment and getting you ready for your projects. Okay. Now I want to do the hands-on. So we came to the second step, practice, and so we get to practice here, right? And you can launch this AWS console, and this word, all the steps are given here. So I'm launching. Right. For the learning plan, one, I have provided a curated list of courses to Balaji already. I'm sure he would be sharing with you. Second, if you need subscription, Balaji is the right person to help you out how you can get the team subscription. Okay, so now all these steps are guiding me through what all with the screenshot, with the description that I can perform on the uh, uh, management console, right? So I can go ahead and do the hands-on. And the best part is this is a sandbox environment, so you do not need any separate account, and you can do as many times as you want, right? So I can complete the challenge, I can go back, and I can start over again, right? No limitations. I can keep doing that as many times as I want to. So this helps me to prepare for my like hands-on and the real-world scenarios. Okay. Now, so this is the hands-on that you can do for, and as I would have mentioned the other service like the Industry Quest. This Industry Quest is, let me close this. Okay, industry quest is based on particular industry, right? So this one we have for manufacturing and automation. One is for finances, financial services, and healthcare. So this one is not related to your AI cert, but I'm just because we spoke, I'm just giving you a small quick demo. So here you create an avatar and you enter into the a unit, right? So that unit, like we picked up about the manufacturing, so you are taking to a manufacturing unit actually, right? So uh, if you understand this next week when we will play the cloud quest, this would also be helpful. So you enter into a manufacturing unit and you start working on their different challenges. So this is the company KPI, right? And what are the challenges there? This is the solution catalog, and you can pick one by one all the solution you can solve them and improve the company KPI. And this all are based on the manufacturing and automations, right? So this is how you can get yourself ready for the manufacturing domain to work on. So this is about your, okay. So similar is the focus of the day where and your exam prep plans, right? So you have your exam prep plans with you, and you have the list of simulators that you can practice for the hands-on scenarios, right? Now, this is about the this is link I have already shared, and the learning plans I have already shared, and not just like when you do the cloud quest or you do the industry quest or you do some knowledge base, you get the credly badges, right? These are the credly badges. Are we eligible for certification post this quest? Yes, you are eligible for the certification. provided you have gone through your learning plan and you are confident about your examination. Now, the this Cloud Quest is would have the challenges from all the domains. So if you are someone who is able to solve all those challenges, that means you are prepared for the examination too, right? So once you complete all the challenges, you get a credly badge. Now, if you know, the proctored exam or the certification exams are also shared, uh, by Credly, right? And the same Credly share you this batches as well. Give You get this batches as well. So basically, these are the batches which give your team, your client, or you can also flash this on your social media saying that I am a Gen AI expert. I was able to solve all these challenges. So this gives you the confidence, not just to you, but your team and your clients as well. Now, the learning plan, back. I will share that learning plan once again. Give me a quick minute.
Ruti, you paused in between, is it?
I'm trying to open that link and I'm trying to
Oh,
share the
okay.
link.
No, no. People have started posting not audible, so that's the reason I'm just trying to let them know that you are there. Okay.
Yes, I am there, and I am kind of a mute for on purpose. So because I'm trying to log in here.
Sure.
So everyone who think you are disconnected, no, you are connected, and I'm still here talking. Just I needed a minute so that I can share the link. Um, I was kind of logged out, so
Yeah.
I'll take you back on the certification. So you can actually filter. I hope my screen is visible again.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Right.
We can hear you
So
as well.
the best way is you can filter it out as a learning plan, right? So this is your learning plan for the certification, right? And for the similar, I have shared the link already, uh, and I'm going to share this again. I would really recommend everyone to keep a notepad handy. So when I share these links, you can immediately copy and paste it on your notepad, just in case you plan to go back and go through this learning plans again, right? So there we go. Correct. So let me take you through again through the learning plan. What do you have? So there are two learning plans. As I mentioned, one has this 19 trainings, okay, which would cover everything about what you need, all the domains, right? Some of them need subscription, as you would have rightly mentioned. I have shared another curated list of courses with Balaji, and he would be sharing those courses to you. And if you want a subscription, once again, Balaji is the person to go who can help you how to get the subscription. I'm sure there is a way, there is a process which he can explain you separately, and you can get the subscription as well. Another course is this, which is another compilation of the courses. Now this one is shorter and it has 8 courses here, which is fundamental. So this is actually taking you through the basics, fundamental of, and this is completely free. There is no subscription needed. I don't see any locks here. So this one is absolutely free. So this would prepare you actually for the fundamentals, all the details, right? So fundamental of machine learning, exploring the use cases, what is the responsible AI. Now, if you would match, this all goes to your examination guide. In your examination guide, you will find a reference for all these topics. So, if you want to learn in detail, these are some courses, and most of the courses you see are for 1 hour, which is like easily manageable time. I know you might be busy or at your work or your project, and it sometimes get really difficult to take out time, but it's important in a technical domain if you're working to spend some time on your self learning. So digital courses give you that flexibility, right? At any point of time, whenever you want to, you do not have to actually spend 1 hour at a time or 8 hour at a time. You can spend 15 hours or 20 hours at a time, and then you can come back and start your journey where you left, right? And for the hands-on, I have already given you that list where for the Simulern, where you can do the hands-on. There are hackathon available, which would be helpful to get real life experience on how to do that. And not just that, this Simulern would not just prepare you to give that hands-on experience, but also next week we are going to play a tournament for the Cloud Quest. Now, in the cloud, if you have done already the Simulon and you have gone through these courses, you would be better prepared for the Cloud Quest. Now, Cloud Quest would have a combination of challenges and different services you want to use this. And for every challenge, there would be a separate sandbox environment. So, if you are prepared with this list of courses, learning plan, and the similar, the Cloud Quest would be an easy one and can be your final step toward your certificate preparation. Uh, so, so we are. I think from my end, I am done with the exam prep, all the resource sharing that we have done. And I have, as I mentioned, in a separate email, Balaji would be sharing the list of courses. So, is there any other question I can help you with today?
Uh, Probably for 5 minutes, Shruti, what we can do is we can ask them whomsoever has created their APN account, get into one of the foundation labs of Simulon and let them start. I think that'll be a good starting point. Maybe if they have any questions to ask, they can ask now. And post that, I think we can take a break.
Amazing idea. So, yes, I'm totally in with that. And Balaji is absolutely right. Please go ahead, log in with your skill builder, and then you can go ahead and try to access your learning plans and the similar list. The best thing that I can suggest, try to launch at least one Simulern right now so that you can be confident that after the session you can do that. Right? Meanwhile, I can see the question is there. Please explain one more time to get the 30-minute extra time. Okay, so here is, let me explain that. So I'm trying to log in here on my certification portal. Okay. While you are logging in into your skill builder, I will try to log in into my certification portal. Does CloudQuest batch require skill builder subscription? No. The CloudQuest that we would be launching next week, I don't think you need a subscription for that. Are all courses under Simulant free that I have tagged the subscription? Please log in with your APN ID and you should be able to get. Is there previous question dump or sample available? Yes, in your learning plan that I have shared, you have two set of questions. One is the 20 set of question, which is kind of a pre-test, and second one is 65 set of question, which is a kind of simulation of your actual exam. Okay, so this is how I have logged in to my um, certification account, right? So I am using my partner ID here. I have logged in. Okay. Now here I can go to exam registration, and this is one time task that you can go to this ESL plus 30 and you can request the accommodation, right? So this is a very small step you have to take to get this 30 extra minute. I'll keep my window here so that anyone who want to take a reference how you can do your in your own account, you can do that. And I'm going to be on mute for a minute or two to give you some time to log in and start your Simulon journey and your learning plan and look into your examination account. So I'm right here, but I'm on mute.
Folks, I would request all of you to get into the Simulon link. If you guys need it, okay, we'll just paste it here once again. And pick one of the exercises, try to solve it. In case if you are facing any difficulty in terms of doing the hands-on, we can get that addressed.
Open a similar link, but where can I? Where can I find the simulation?
So for a moment, what I'll do is I'll try to uh, take the screen share and show them how to log in, Shruti, to what it is to Simran.
Yeah,
Do you want me
please.
to?
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, sure. Oops, I believe you all can see my screen and I'm loud and clear to all of you. Yes, no. Can I get some thumbs ups? Yeah. So I've just copy pasted the Simran link. All right. So like how you all are logging in, I'm also going to log in using my. I think I've already logged in with my APN account, so it is taking me there. It's not. It will prompt you to get into this Simulan, right? So here you are into the Simulan page. This is the link. I think this link is already pasted into the chat window. Now, what you may have to do if you want to get started, I think I have already logged into some of the Simulan here. So what I'll do is maybe say you can pick any one experiment of your choice. Um, okay, so generate a code for the page. So I have not started this. So what I'll do is I'll say go to this training, click on this, go to this training, open a new tab so that okay you're not losing okay which experiment you're trying to solve, right? And you should have already logged in using your APN account, like what I've done here. If you've done that, all you may have to do is just come here and just say start. Thank you for that APN method. If you have not logged in, it may prompt you so that okay you can give your APN credentials and get started with the similar. Just a moment, I'll try to stop my sharing and put this link once again. Somebody was asking for it. Similar link has been shared. I'm trying to present my screen back. I hope you all can see my screen now. It shows I hope my screen is visible. Yes, now. So you can go for either scripted mode or say in the open dialog mode. Yeah. Now, if in case you may need, so all you have to do is just pull this below. You'll find the start button. Click on. I've just picked one of the exercises, and uh, so you can go ahead. Since this is a scripted mode, all you have to do is always glad to help. You can use this as the prompt response. Yeah. So you can read through this. So there is a marketing department that is trying to face some challenge in their web hosting requirements. Yeah, and they need to manage a web server for hosting or sharing their content to the external client. And the team is trying to seek some effective solution in order to streamline the web content and its code updates, which they are currently trying to view that there is some excessive time it is consuming. So they are looking for the capabilities of GenAI in order to implement a user-friendly approach that should allow the workforce of the employees to who has got very minimal AWS experience. Right? So that's the requirement. Just read through the description. Then for the questions, there is a pre-scripted answers. Okay, what you can give as a response. Yeah. So now here, this is going to, is there any APN ID other than the Infosys email ID? No, you may have to create APN ID using your Infosys mail ID instead of custom password. I think the steps for that is shared in the chat, please check it. Yeah, so that's where it is. So the process is user friendly, that's what you're going to state here. And changes can be made instantly on index.html. That's what you're trying to say. So can we schedule a quick demo for this? So that's where you're going to get into the demonstration. So this demonstration will involve a couple of steps wherein you will find. So if this is not appearing properly, I would suggest from, okay, you can keep it at 90 percentage so that the steps appears on the left hand side, yeah, of your browser. And if you're unable to view this properly, just zoom this a bit. Okay, you will be able to view it. So steps are there on the right hand side. Sorry, on the left hand side. So this will follow three steps: learn, practice, and do it yourself. So under the learn stage, you get, if you do not know what is Bedrock, there is a Bedrock video for a couple of minutes what you can go through. They're trying to explain this architecture. This architecture encompasses end users are trying to consume a web application. That web application will be served from an EC2 instance, and they are trying to use EC2 instance connect to the web server. On the other hand, so the recommendations comes back from Bedrock. Okay, Bedrock is a serverless GenAI solution from AWS, which can consume all the popular models. In this case, yeah, it's Nova Lite model. Okay, what it is going to consume and what you will be using as part of. So this is the complete architecture. So I would recommend all of you to go through what is the problem statement here, first of all. Okay, and we may have to enable the model access. So to consume the model in Bedrock, you should enable the model to be consumed, right? So that's the next step. So you can go through that. And the next step would be like you're going to create some static web content, okay, as part of this activity. So that is your step 3. So you're going to generate that with the help of Bedrock. Then you're going to get a quick overview of how you set up an EC2 instance and how you can connect to the EC2 console. That video is there, right? So go through all of this. Just in the pursuit of time, I'm not playing those videos. I would recommend all of you to go through it. So now open a browser and copy paste this URL, whatsoever you're going to get. Yeah. Just drag it down a bit, you will find the start button. See, on the left hand side, you just drag it down, you will get the start button. Okay, so these are all the steps. Just go through them. It's self-explanatory. All these steps are self-explanatory. So just go through them. You will get to know. So let me complete this, then I'll try to take your screen share and queries a bit later. Yes? Right? So next you move on to practice. So you will find the start button to appear. Okay? Like how you are finding a continue button here, you'll find a start button when you click on stage one. Even before the stage one, you will find the start button. When you say start, there is a lab that's getting provision. You all can see that here, right? So now when you go to practice, when you say you would want to do this, how do I go to this page after entering into Simula? Okay, I may have to come back. So here's your home page. Go back to start. Okay, let me say, go to the start page. So you go to the start page here. I believe you all can see it here. There is a start button below. If it is not appearing, guys, if it is not appearing, I would recommend you to reduce your zoom size to 90% so that fits in well, right? That's what I said first, right? So do that. If that is not appearing, just drag it down, you'll find the start button here, right? Then you pick your scripted mode, so which will include a script dialog plus learn, practice, do it yourself. This will be the flow, and we are into the scripted dialog, right? So this is where we were, right? And when you just drag it down, so now you want when you want to send these chat messages, I'm just quickly typing it, right? So you can all see that I've given all the chat responses. Now you get the start button once you are done with the all the scripting. Right? Now you get the start button. Now if you ask me once again, where do I find the start button? Once you complete the dialog, you'll find it right at the bottom. Okay, once you complete that descriptor dialog. Right? So that gives you this learn, practice, and do it yourself stuff. Yeah. So just go through this learn steps. Okay, how does this architecture appears would come in. Once you reach this, you go to the practice segment, click on practice. Yeah. So your practice segment is here. So now follow the steps what is shared. Is it making sense to everybody? Yeah. So now you need to enable so your labs here. So now for this, what you can do is you can see that okay, there is a console. If you just click on it, it will open that in a new tab. All right. So now, opposed to this, you all will be able to perform the steps. So step one here is enabling the model. So in this practice lab, what you're going to do, you're going to enable the models for Amazon Bedrock, yeah, in order to generate the web page content. You want to update the web page and you want to deploy it on top of your EC2 instance. So that's the objective here. So here are the steps. So how do you generate code for this? Click on the start button. Okay, I think on top you've already done that. You are into the console here. So I think we are done with this step. So move on to the next step. Here, go to Bedrock. So go to this console here. You are in North Virginia. So here you will find Bedrock here. If you are not finding Bedrock, don't worry too much. All you have to do is just type Bedrock here, right? And what do? You pick Bedrock. Then you have the remaining steps. Click on Bedrock. So you type Bedrock there and you try to click on it. Then once you get Bedrock, you get in there and you try to scroll down. Yeah. So here is your model catalog. You can view your model catalog here. So if you want to pick and choose the model, so your model access is here, right? Click on your model access. So there'll be totally 55 plus models what is being provided here, but we have to stick to the lab guide. So I'll fall back here, right? And what you do is you go to the model catalog, you say view model catalog, click on model access. I think that's what I did here. I clicked on model access, you are here. You want to enable specific models, so you click on it, right? So now what next you're going to do? You want to scroll down and pick the specified models. I think in this case, some Nova-like models they are going to choose as part of this experiment. So choose Nova-like, okay? So now you go here. From here, okay, quickly what you can do is you can type Nova. Okay, so the Nova models will appear here. Then go pick Nova-like. In addition to this, are they choosing any other model? Go to the next step. So click on next is what they are saying. Yeah, so we'll come down here. Click on next. Then you try to submit. Okay, so this is how you try to enable the access. Is it clear? So this is what they are trying to guide, I believe. So remaining steps, I would recommend you to, just in the pursuit of time, I don't want to come in between your, what do you call, your break time. So we'll go for a short break here. And thanks, Shruti, for helping us to kickstart this workshop. So we'll go for a short break, and post to that we will resume. And I would like to thank both Garima and Shruti for taking out time uh, to set this up for us. And we'll go for a short break of 10 minutes, and we'll resume back to address your further queries. And we'll try to see a quick overview of your domain one for today's session. Yeah. So if there are any concluding remarks, over to you, Garima and Shruti.
Thank you so much, Balaji, for taking over and demonstrating again. I really hope this would be helpful for everyone to prepare for the certification and get adequate resources uh, for the preparation for their certifications and the hands on. If there is any question that I can step in and help, I'm just an email away. So let me know wherever I can help. I guess me and Garima would be stepping out after the break, during the break.
Yeah, yeah. During the break, you can step out. What I'll do is I'll try to sit with them and try to take up if there are any further questions, and give a quick overview to them, and we will conclude post that.
In that case, all the best, team, and happy learning. Do not forget to park some time for your self study. Thank you so much for joining in today, and thank you, Balaji, for arranging this meet for me. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you very much. Folks, we'll go for a quick break here for 10 minutes. Then, post that, we'll try to resume back with our domain one quick recap. Right? So let's do that. So break time is still say like now it's 11:30. So if we can catch up by say like 11:42, okay, that'll be great. So let's take a quick break here. So let's resume by 11:42. I'm giving you 10 minutes break. Okay, you don't have the luxury since we spent some time on hands-on and other things. Yep. So we'll take a break here. Resume back by 11:42 a.m. So what I'll do is I'll try to take you all through a quick walkthrough of domain one. What are the core concepts that you may have to cover? Other than, okay, I think we are now warmed up to understand. Now I'll try to focus more on your domain one, and to some extent, if time permits, to some subdomains of your domain two. So how do you prepare? How do you prepare your notes? Where you can find all the resources? So all that also I'm going to share, and I will also try to give you a quick walkthrough. What are the resources? What are the process that you may have to follow for uh, from the concepts point of view? That coverage will be okay. Post the break. Thank you all. Okay, so we are all back, and you all can hear me loud and clear. Can I get some thumbs up, thumbs down? Yep. Okay, great. So, folks, what I'll try to do is, though, okay, you got a quick overview of how do you get started with AWS AI practitioner certification. I think that's going to, till what time we have this session? Till 1 p.m. See, first off will be like the quick overview of how do you get started. Okay, so that will be done by AWS. Post to that, the ETSME will cover what are the core concepts where you may have to focus from the domain point of view. So that's what we are going to do. The hands-on and other things will be taken care in the first half. The second half, you should focus on what are the essential ingredients to complete your certification. Okay, so that's how we have divided between AWS and NASL, so that there is a focus on both the segments and you can overall prepare for the certification, right? So now then you all got, okay, if time permits, I'll try to do that simulation, okay, whatsoever we need, I'll try to continue. If not, I'll leave it to you guys to try it out. Okay, so please have a look and respond. Same question here. What question? See, there are so many questions. You guys should check the invite extended. The invite extended clearly states that first 90 minutes will be session covered by AWS SME, followed by that ETS SME will try to cover the remaining portion of the session. That has been already stated upfront in the invite that has been extended. So what's the query there? I don't really understand the rationale behind the query, what you guys are asking. Is the screen visible, guys? Yes, no? Can you all see it? Yeah? Correct. So let's focus. Okay. So how long? Okay. Great. So if I have to go, then I have to stop and I have to share it once again. Will the activity be active for some days? Yes. Okay, so the objective here is we want to focus on the AWS AI practitioner certification. I'll do a quick recap. I don't know how many of you have focused on what. So here's the exam guide. I think the exam guide URL has been already shared. We'll send out a detailed mail to answer your questions. So if you want the certification link, you can find the certification link here, AWS AI practitioner certification link. The overall certification link is there here. Okay. So this is the overall certification link where I'm going to put this. So option to enroll day wise, what is that you guys can do is go to the schedule. And if someone is already registered on day one, I'll extend an invite for all the 4 days to all those days. Okay? So we will also see for week 2 and we will get that extended. So go to the scheduler system. Yeah? And or see the other way is, okay, so this is the name of the course. Fundamentals of. Okay, so now you can go here to this course. Fundamentals of AI, ML, Generative AI, Index. Okay, so this is how the end user view will be. Just go click on the trainings here. So go click on the course, just drag it down, 2 trainings. So you have the session today has started already, right? And you can enroll for the remaining sessions, 16th, 23rd, and select 30th. Already sessions have been scheduled. All you have to do is just go click on the enroll button. Go search for this course. Okay, fundamentals of AI, ML, and generative AI on AWS. If you haven't enrolled, okay, the admin team will try to enroll you based on the WebEx if you're not enrolled. Okay, if you want to enroll, go enroll it here. Okay, to the respective courses. Yeah, all date will have the same session. So 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Same session name has been captured across all the 4 days. So these are 4 separate events. So if you have enrolled in day 1, we have extended already invite. Okay. If you're going to enroll it for 16th, we will also pick that list. We will ask a team to give us the unique list. From that unique list, we will extend the invite once again to you guys as well. All right. Hope that is clear to all of you. So that's from the enrollment point of view. Now, where do you find AWS certification? Here is the URL. Okay. So I'm just going to pick a notepad. Okay, and I'll try to. So if you join today, see if you've got an invite, then you don't have to enroll. That's my suggestion to you. Okay, because you have extended the. Will you mail us this notepad? Okay, so we will see. Okay, I will try to send out a detailed mail to you, which will have all these details. Okay, but I want you guys to do this stuff by yourself because this is something when I prepared for my certification I did. Okay, so you guys do it. So this is your certification link. Okay, so this is the AWS certification link. So guys, okay, have one habit of preparing your own notes because your notes you will be able to infer it better. Then from this, when you go to AWS AI practitioner, you land down to AI practitioner here, right? This is the AI practitioner certification link. I think this has been already shared, so I'm not sharing it once again, but letting you guys know, okay, what all got shared. Okay, AWS AI practitioner, which is a foundational certification. Is it like you are facing the prep sessions starting today? Yes. That's the agenda, that's the idea as well. Right? So now here, do we need to attend all the 4 sessions? No, you have to attend all the 4 sessions, Pankaj. You just see today I'll try to cover domain 1, some amount of domain 2. So domain 2 will be covered in the subsequent week. Domain 3, domain 4, domain 5. So each domain, I cannot cover all 5 in a single day. That's humanly not possible. So then I have to give you only a high level 1,000 feet view, which I don't want. Okay, I want you guys to also spend some time in understanding all of this. So guys, okay, a few things. You will find the exam guide here. Okay, if you get into the URL, what is CloudQuest? CloudQuest is a hands-on environment. Where you will have a virtualized city. You will make an avatar into it. If you coming week, okay, you will experience CloudQuest. Okay, so that will be the hands-on for the first 90 minutes. Okay, what you will try to do. Followed by that, you will try to cover the theory in the second half. So here is the exam guide link. So all of this will try to keep you posted. So this is your exam guide. Okay, for AWS AI practitioner. Okay, so here is your exam guide. Okay, and its associated link. So this is the one. So from that, so this is basically a pass or fail exam. Yeah, and this is a level 100 certification. The expectation is, so if you want to know, okay, where do I find all this information? I think there is a process document which is well curated. We are trying to put this across to all of you. Okay, so this process document, I'll try to stop this. See, we don't have the practice of giving you dump. Okay, so we will give you some practice questions. Okay, so you guys can go through it. So that is already shared. So please make a, and this is a level 100 certification. So the practice document, what it says is you would have the knowledge of AWS Cloud Practitioner. Why you should have the knowledge of AWS Cloud Practitioner? Because of the simple reason, you should know what is a virtual machine. Okay, because in AI practitioner, they are trying to talk about 2 different types of instance types called as inferentia, okay, and say like there is an instance type called as trianium. Now, to understand what is inferentia, what is trianium, you should have the knowledge of what is a compute. Refers to. Okay, I'll try to explain that. So now, what I'll do is, add inverses, what is that we do is, we follow a policy. So this I have already shared with all of you. So this document you will find it in Lex. This document you will find it in Lex. So this document is already been baselined. Where it's available. That's the reason I have put this to all of you. Now when you click on this, yeah, You'll have a full stack content, plus it'll try to give you some practice test, all that. So to understand, okay, AWS AI practitioner concept, you are expected to have at least a cloud practitioner knowledge should be there. That's the expectation. Step one, create an APN account. I think everybody has got an APN account. This step has already been covered for all of you. There is a full stack what has been already shared. Okay, there has been a full stack that has been already created with internal content. All of that, the first course what you all are registering is fundamentals of AI, ML, and generative AI. Okay, and there is also a standard exam prep plan course. Okay, what has been made available. So this is the link what even Shruti also has given, and we have conducted several past cert prep workshops like this. Yeah, and those recordings are captured into this course, cert prep workshop AWS certified AI practitioner. So this has both ETA SMEs recording as well as AWS SMEs recording. So you can go through that. Okay. So this is a very important resource. First thing you have to prepare. For preparation, you have all these resources. All right. Then for practice, you have CloudQuest similar with which you can practice. All right. So then, in addition to this, to test back we have put some 3 or 4 practice set questions here. Okay. So each will have. So this is the 20 questions what Shruti Sinha said. Okay. So that also we have added here. Other than that, internally we have added 3 practice tests. Just now I have put that on the chat. Please check the process document. There is a document called as process document. I have put that on the chat now. Just go click on it. You will find this URL. Okay. Sarang, you can ping me separately. Let's not deviate our discussion. All right. So you have 3 separate practice tests. It has already been given in the chat, Timur. Check it. Okay. And once you have you're scoring consistently well in all these 4 practice tests. So each one has got say like some 15 questions. 15 4s or 60 questions are there, right? If you are scoring really well in all the 60 questions, then you go and attempt your internal certification. Because if you go and attempt your internal certification, so this will have another 35 questions. Okay? So 35 questions you get here and another 60 questions you get here, close to some 100 questions you are getting for practice. I believe. Am I making sense to everybody? Yes? That will tell you where do you stand. See, unless and until you are going to score consistently, okay, 20 out of 20, 15 out of 15, yeah, you don't go touch this Infosys certified AWS AI practitioner. If you go attempt it on day 1 without any knowledge, let me tell you, you have to wait at least for 15 days to take it in the Prometric Center for your subsequent attempt. The next attempt will be only after 90 days. So don't go directly attempt your Infosys certified AWS AI practitioner. Why this is important? This is important because Infosys provides vouchers to you to take your AWS AI practitioner certification, for which you have to complete this internal certification. Only then they will issue you the voucher. Is it making sense to everybody? Yeah. For this, okay, to successfully pass this internal certification, what you will do? You will go take this practice test. So this is your test bed. Okay. Don't go day 1 today only I will get voucher. Okay, don't be over ambitious. What if you flunk? Right? You have to wait for next 15 days. What if you flunk in the second attempt? You have to wait for 90 days. Right? I believe I am making sense to all of you. So this will be like an exact simulation of your external certification, right? And to get the type of questions what you will get, you can take this 4 set. 20 questions here, 15, 15, 15. 53 of 45 plus 20. Okay? So the next step is, once you complete the internal certification, you don't have to go contact anybody. Go raise a request in the modernization portal. Ensure that you are connected to VPN. Here you will add 2 snapshots. One is the internal certification completion snapshot. This snapshot will be there in your next certification. Under your profile, there will be a certification profile will be there. There you can go and take this, what do you call, snapshot. Then your APN consent. When you create your APN account, you may have to create a consent. You need to upload these two documents. Without that, they don't issue a voucher to you. Hope that is clear to all of you, right? And once you get the voucher, how do you book the exam? So there are two ways to take certification. Okay, one is the way like Shruti said. Okay, you go use your voucher, you try to take it online from your home or say from a separate room. So there are some difficulties there. First, you should have your personal laptop. If you don't have your personal laptop, I don't recommend this. Okay? So please be mindful. If you folks don't have a personal laptop, okay, you don't have a stable network connectivity, you're not supposed to allow to keep your mobile next to you. So you cannot have a mobile hotspot next to you. Okay, so have a stable network connectivity. You have your personal laptop. Go for attempting online. If you don't have, I would suggest look for okay, what you call a Pearson U Center in the city where you are. Okay, and you go, okay, block some time, okay, in that particular. Can we use Infi laptop? Infi laptop is a nuisance here. I'll tell you. They have put so many conditions. Okay, this Z scaler is a big pain. This Z scaler is a biggest pain. Okay, it will not allow at times the Pearson pop up. Okay, a lot of pain points are there. So I would recommend taking certification only in your personal laptop, because I have taken totally 7 AWS certifications. Okay, at the foundation level, associate level, specialty level, and also in the professional level. I'm telling you out of my experience. Okay, so it's a pain to take certification in Infosys laptop. So you use your personal laptop. Okay, if you don't have a personal laptop, don't have a stable connectivity, go to a Pearson U Center. I'm not saying no personal laptop, no certification. The option B is go look for a Pearson U center in the city where you are. Okay, you are in Bangalore or say Pune or say in Hyderabad. In each city, there is a Pearson U center. Okay, look for something within the circle of within 5 kilometers. Okay, what you do is you try to block a slot there. Okay, they will give you slots. So there, all you have to do is just arrive some 15 to 20 minutes before the commencement of the certification time, so that they will check, okay, whether you can carry your office ID plus your PAN Aadhaar, provided your name, what you have registered is matching to what is the name, okay, the document what you carry. That part you ensure care. So that will be verified. Then, okay, you will get a desktop, okay, there, and there will be a AC facility. There you can go sit and take in the next 90 minutes, you finish off your exam and you come out. If you don't have laptop, you don't have a stable connectivity, Pearson U Center is the option. I believe I have answered that question. Okay, for certification page, okay, so I think the certification page link is given here, and exam guide link is also given in the document. So once you are completed, what you have to do is there will be a soft copy PDF you will get, which will have a certification code and the verification link that you upload. Only that concludes your process. Okay, because every now and then, every month, this Cobalt team, what they do is they try to pick what do you call the workforce, the first 50 workforce, okay, who complete the certification. They try to give you some goodie for that. Okay, if you want to be compliant with that, then kindly ensure that you're uploading this document. So that concludes the process. Is it clear to everybody? From the process point of view, what you may have to do. Now let's jump on to, okay, I will not repeat this process once again in the coming week. Okay, so let's focus on, where do I find this document? This document link is already shared. Check the chat. See, for Pearson you only, you are getting a voucher code, right? Using that voucher code, what is that you do? You try to, see, you are given a voucher code. Okay, that voucher code will take care of, because it's a paid voucher, Infosys is paying that $100 for you. This certification costs $100. Infosys is paying that $100 and it is giving you a voucher code. It's a cost to the company. That's the reason you have an internal certification, and only people, those who complete the internal certification, you are issued a voucher. There is a rationale behind it. Okay. Do we get any skill tag for this? Skill tags are given for level 200 and above. So this is a level 100 certification to start with. Okay, so this is more from the awareness and the comfortability point of view, whether you are able to operate in an AI or say in a Gen AI use case. Now, question types, I think Shruti has already covered it. You will get multiple choice, multiple response, ordering types, how in a specific order you may have to perform a task. Okay. Do we get a DQ post the completion? Yes, there will be a okay bit of a DQ increase you can find. So case study has one scenario with more than 2 or 3 questions based on the same case study. So you will get questions of these types. So there will be totally 65 questions. Out of that, 50 questions will be considered. 15 questions will be unscored. You never know which are those 15 questions, so answer all the 65 questions. And from that 50 questions, you will be scored in the scale of 100 to 1000. You should score minimum 700. Okay, that's the expectation. So this spans across 5 domains. So I'm going to focus now, just in the pursuit of time, only with domain 1. I'll try to cover domain 2, domain 3 in further coming sessions, guys. Okay, because I spent a good amount of time, and I don't know if I have time today. I will try to jump into domain 2 as well. So under fundamentals of AI ML, what is that you should cover? So you should have an understanding of what is AI, what is ML, what is deep learning, what is neural network, what is computer vision, what do you mean by natural language processing. So all these are discrete applications of AI. So to give you just the bird's eye view, what is artificial intelligence? So I've just quickly brought a document here, okay, which can cover all these objectives. Okay. So, do we have an option to add additional email ID with the current APN account? Yeah, you can look into adding a secondary email ID to your APN account. Look for that option. All right. So, what next if we fail in the main exam? Why are you worried about failing? Worry about passing the certification. So, the history says that I always believe in data. Okay. So, if 10 people take certification through this process, out of that, all 10 pass or 9 out of 10 pass. Okay, so it's a validated process. So that's the confidence you should have. You should not worry about failing, you should always worry about passing the certification. Because the organization is interested in investing the workforce. So the process is, if somebody clears and properly prepares, okay, has an understanding of the concepts, right? That's where, okay, we are spending so much amount of time here, right? So you try to take out daily, say 1 hour, and you try to prepare something like this. If you do that, you definitely pass. Okay? If you don't do this process, yeah, you fall into the other category. Okay? So, but follow this process, you will successfully complete the certification. All right. So now that's where we have filter 1, 2, 3, right? We are not allowing you to take the certification directly. We are allowing you to prepare. Yeah. So let's move on. So what is AI? So AI is not yesterday's concept. Okay, AI is there still. Okay, since say 1950s, 1960s, right? It's a branch of computer science. Okay, where the objective is to mimic, okay, typical tasks how a human being is trying to perform. Okay, on similar lines, we want computing systems to perform those tasks so that we can get rid of mundane tasks. That's the primary reason behind why the branch of computer science called as AI came into picture. Right, so this area focuses on creating systems that can perform activities or tasks that requires human beings. Okay, what kind of tasks? It can be like learning. Okay, you try to learn from a given set of a knowledge set, or say from the data you have. Another perspective is, okay, I from the past, okay, I have been learning from the data. I'm able to reason out based on a new set of data that is coming in. So that's called as reasoning. Making decisions and you're trying to solve a use case based on your past historical data. Third use case is perception. Okay, so it is like you are trying to get a image, you are trying to hear some song, then you are trying to identify that this song was sung by Muhammad Rafi. Okay, or say this song was sung by say okay by Michael Jackson. So it's more about perception. Now you're trying to see a image or say a video, you are able to recall that okay, this is from World Cup of cricket, T20 World Cup, okay, which India won okay most recently. So these are perceptions what you are able to make from vision, sound, or say by looking at the image, right? So is there a link available for next course for domain one? Yes, it's available. Just take a look into, so there is, okay, what I'll do is I'll try to search like you guys. Okay, though I have, so since you guys, some of you were asking, I immediately raised the request for what do you call your recordings. Okay, so this request did not come. Okay, it came only today, so I immediately put a ticket for getting the subsequent set of sessions to be recorded. Okay, so now the ask was more from where do I find it? So there is a course, okay, there is a full stack, okay, for AWS AI practitioner. Okay, so this has got two courses well within it, which covers all the 5 domains. Okay, so this is a full stack. This full stack has got fundamentals of AI, ML, generative AI. So this course basically covers domain 1, domain 2, domain 3. Okay, responsible and secure AI systems, this covers your domain 4 and domain 5. What is there as part of your exam guide? Okay, so there is a full stack available, and that link is also been given in this process doc. So if you go click on this full stack AWS certified AI practitioner, guys, everything is there in the full stack document. Read the full stack document carefully. It's there here. All right. So please, I don't want to give okay too many links and confuse you. I'll give you a single link, which is a single stop shop, where you will find all your learning requirements. If I take like courses, then can I skip this AWS training? You skip it, but whether you will be able to do, then you have to do a lot of hard work. Okay, if you have that capability, you can do it. Okay, so here you get everything, okay, in a nice compiled way, so that okay you get to have the understanding a lot easily. So now when it comes to AI, okay, AI can be broadly classified into narrow AI, generic AI, and super intelligent AI. Yeah. So narrow AI is more to do with a specific task. Okay, it can be a recommendation system or a voice assistant. Generative AI is more from a general point of view, like all these activities, said activities, to some extent will be covered in general AI. In the super intelligent AI, this will try to surpass. Okay, you're going to bring in humanoids. Yeah, where can I find this document? This is the document what I compiled when I prepared for my certification. You will not find this anywhere. This is my compilation for my understanding when I took the certification. You guys are understanding it? Okay, I have referred to. Okay, I'll try to share it. I don't mind. Okay, but it will have my own skewed way of preparing for the certification. If you ask me whether this is the only document okay I have referred, no. So this is my compilation of what it is. So some of the typical examples of AI, if you see good examples, your Google Maps, your Netflix, the chatbots, the self-driving cars, all these are very good use cases of your examples what you can find from the point of view of AI. AI is the broader picture. Okay? Well, within AI, there is a sub-discipline that's called as machine learning. See, please understand, AI is the broader discipline. Okay, so what I'll do is it's always better to pick paint to understand these kind of concepts. Okay, so how does it works? Okay, paint did not come, or it is taking some time to come. Okay, fine, paint has come. So you can do. So AI is a broader field. Okay, so this is your AI. Okay, this is your AI. Well, within AI, okay, one of the subdomains of AI is what? Okay, one of the subdomains is what? ML, machine learning. Okay, we will try to use a similar structure so that it makes sense to us. Okay, so I'll try to. One of the subdomains of AI is what? ML. So this is ML or machine learning. Okay, machine learning is not yesterday's concept. It is there from late 60s, 70s, okay, even 50s. The inception was there. Right. Now, one of the subdomains of okay, somewhere in the beginning of 80s, mid of 80s to 90s, okay, this concept came. This is called as deep learning. What is that you call? You call this to be deep learning. So in deep learning, what do they do? In deep learning, they try to focus more on artificial neural networks. Okay, this is inspired by human brain. Okay, they try to build what is called as a ANN, artificial neural network. Then, okay, so all these concepts, AI, ML, deep learning, all these concepts, do we have do we have to record our attendance? Attendance will be taken care. Webex log will be picked. Whomsoever has given their okay, what is that? Their Infosys domain mail ID. The admin team will pick and they will try to mark the attendance. Okay, so if you are going to use Gmail, if you are going to use your personal ID or say your client ID, forget your attendance. Okay, you may not get it. That's the reason I said while starting, please log in with your Infosys mail IDs. Right? So, folks, AI is a broader domain. One of the subdomain out of that is ML, and another, okay, a specific way how do you practice machine learning is through deep learning. That's through artificial neural networks. Now, this artificial neural networks gained its why worry for attendance, worry about passing exam. Okay, so see, you may have to worry about getting some credits to say that okay, you have attended some sessions so that you gain your confidence. In that way, it will be a motivating factor for you. Okay, so somebody may have a client mandate, okay, that they should undergo some AI sessions to claim themselves to be AI aware or something like that. So each person's requirement is different, and well within that, okay. So this artificial neural networks, when you try to train them, so in the case of deep learning, there was a limited set of data what was fed. Now, when you try to fed in, okay, what you call very large data sets. Okay, very large data sets and a large amount of hyperparameters. You land down into what you call as okay rags. Okay, that has in turn paved way to something called as generative AI, what we are experiencing today. So this understanding and correlation is important. Okay, so deep learning, one among the subset of that is your AI. So is this understanding clear to everybody? AI is the broader field. Among that, you have the subset that's called as machine learning. Machine learning has a subset called as deep learning, which leverages artificial neural networks. And when you try to supply to the artificial neural networks instead of a limited set of data, you try to send a huge amount of unlabeled data, and you try to plug in through hyperparameters. What you get is RAGs, and combination of RAGs gives you a generative AI. Yeah, a specific discipline from. So there are two parts to it because you have cloud today, and you are able to supply a huge amount of data, and you are able to train your ML models. and that ML models which are trained through unlabeled data, okay, are able to derive patterns. And as an outcome of that, okay, what is that you are able to achieve? You are able to achieve what is called as your generative AI models, right? So that's the point of summary, and this is what is getting covered in your. Okay, I'll try to keep. Where is this doc? Yeah. So now we've understood what is AI, what is ML, what is deep learning, what is neural network, okay, and other things as well here. So now we may have to also cover other important concepts like what do you mean by an ML inferencing, bias, fairness, fit, and what is a large language model. Okay, so I've just given you a quick summary. So what I will do is I'll try to quickly run you through. So machine learning, like I said, is a subset of AI that focuses on building systems that can learn from data and improve the performance over a period of time on each and every task that they want to assign. Here the key idea is you try to write rules manually and you try to feed in data and they will try to pick this data. Data can be labeled data or unlabeled data. Okay, depending upon that, okay, they try to figure out. So here, the how does your ML model operates? You will have input data. Okay, you will get some label data, historical data. You try to train your ML models or machine learning models. Then you try to get a test data. You try to predict, okay, whether it is able to do this prediction properly. Okay, how much amount of prediction is correct and what is the amount of data it is failing. So that's called as evaluation to ensure accuracy. And you try to keep somewhere between 85 to okay 99%. That's the accuracy typically anybody everybody aims so that okay model can give you a better prediction. Okay, when it comes to the types of machine learning models, it can be supervised learning, which means that it's going to learn from labeled data. So, good use case of that is predicting house prices based on if it is going to be a 1,200 square uh, foot, okay, 1,200 square foot apartment, or say a house in a given city in a locality. Based on that, okay, what will be the pricing? So you're going to feed in pricing and you're going to train. So what is labeled data? What is unlabeled data? We are coming there. Okay. Please hang on. So labeled data is there will be clear labels to identify the outcome. So I'll try to give you this is Adidas shoe for an Indian customer. Okay, and the okay and the it is for a male customer. Okay, the sizes will be in the range of for an age group of say like 25 to 40. The typical sizes will be like 8 to 11. You're getting right? So that's an example of. So what are all the things here? So the customer is an Indian customer. He's a male customer. Okay, they will typically have sizes from their age group is what do you call from 25 to 40. Okay, and their foot size. Okay, for Adidas shoes. Okay, or say for Adidas footwear, right? Is what? Somewhere between 8 to 11. So this is an example of a label data. Is it making sense to everybody? You're trying to do a classification. The classification is it's a male, yeah. The age group is from 25 to 40. Footwear size will be typically from 8 to 11, and the brand is Adidas. Make sense to everybody, guys? Yeah, that's an example of supervised learning. You're supplying a labeled data, and it's a use case of a classification. Right? Now, what do you mean by unsupervised learning? So it is through clustering. Okay, we will not say male or female. So now what we will say is same example we will consider. Okay, it's for a footwear, no specific brand. Okay, the only thing what you are trying to do is yes, it's done using machine learning algorithms. You will get in there. Yeah. So footwear male, age group also we are not saying. Okay, predict footwear size. So now, uh, and you will give some random data for the age group of 25 to 40. Now from the given data, see footwear, male, footwear size, no brand given. Okay, it's a male. Okay, and footwear size for the age group. Sorry, predict the footwear size for the age group of 25 to 40. Okay, and you will give some random data. Now, uh, how it will try to identify patterns? Patterns can be based on geos. Patterns can be based on foot size. Okay, pattern can be okay based on okay. It can be based on the apparel. It can be Adidas, okay, Levi's. It can be for anybody, everybody. So now this patterning will be done by the model, and they will try to cluster it. So now model will say, hey, look here, if it is going to be an Indian, if it is going to be Adidas, it will be somewhere between say like 7 to 10. It can give you, but it may not be correct. So, but it's an unsupervised way of learning. So here you get labeled data. Here the data what you get is unlabeled. Okay, I hope I have given the example here. So it's there, predict footwear size for the age group of 25 to 40. No geo information, no vendor information, nothing. You give some random information. From that, the model will try to find the patterns through clustering and dimensionality reduction. Okay, so that's a use case of customer segmentation. Okay, finding patterns from unlabeled data. That's unsupervised learning. Third is reinforcement learning. You try to learn by trial and error. So either you will be rewarded or you will be penalized. Okay, so this will be very useful in the case of self-driving cars, in games. The next move predicted in a chess game when a human being plays versus a computer, right? And when a robot tries to pick an item and place it on its left hand side or the right hand side. So those kind of use cases are all very good examples of reinforcement learning. Okay. So typical real world examples, your spam filters in your email, your credit score, okay, what you try to get in your banks, okay, product recommendations in Amazon, Netflix, Flipkart, blah blah blah. Okay, your voice recognition systems and virtual assistants, what we try to get. So these are all very good examples of your ML today. Okay, what we try to get. So here's a quick summary of AI, ML, deep learning, and Gen AI. So AI is the broader field to simulate your human intelligence, good use cases, speech recognition system, your decision making systems, all these are very good use cases. See, these are my examples, my notes. Okay, you don't have to stick to the same notes. You can pick your own notes, but just to give you some foundational understanding this. Okay, where did you find all these notes? I just did some reading, okay, and I prepared these notes for my understanding for the certification. If you ask me whether these notes help me in terms of understanding the concepts, yes. This helped me to prepare and rehearse for my certification, yes. So your certification preparation involves understanding the basic concepts, doing the hands-on. Then number three will be like, okay, trying to answer the sample questions, right? Number four, trying to take your internal certification. And if there is any area where you may have to catch up, you may have to catch up. Then you go take your final certification. So I'll try to also give you the official content, what is there. And that will give you more proper authentic examples around it. So deep learning, is basically a subset of ML, like I said, and it uses artificial neural network. Typical use cases can be your image classification, your voice assistant. See, today you use your translators, right? All those are very good use cases of deep learning. So the translators, what we use in all our, be it Google Translator or so, or say your Amazon's translator, any translator that you use, all that is a good use case of your deep learning, right? So generative AI is a specialized deep learning that creates new novel content in the form of text, image, emails, or it can be even a video today, right? So it can generate code for you. So all those are very good use cases of your Gen AI. So conceptually, to summarize, so this is how it is. Okay, like what I compared. So deep learning, like I said, is a specialized branch of artificial neural network. It tries to cover your ANN inspired by the human brains. You will have the input, process, and the output layer, and the processing layer will have multiple sub layers. Okay, each layer will be abstracting the previous one. And there is a technology or an approach called as back propagation, okay, using which you will be able to train the models. I'll try to share this. Okay. So, what makes a deep learning unique? It can handle unstructured data like images, audio, text, all of that are handled very well, and it requires a large amount of computational power to consume this data. Okay, deep learning. And this is where the advent of cloud has given the capability to store several TBs of data, several petabytes of data in object storage. From there, they try to pump it to deep learning models. So that's how your Gen AI evolved. Typical use cases: your speech to text, text to speech. We have one system called as Poly, with which we try to build content for video-based courses. Okay, wherein what is that we try to do is we try to use text to speech. Okay, text to speech or speech to text. All these are very good use cases, and equally predicting the sentiment of an image. Okay, whether this person is happy or sad, or predicting the sentiments of whether the customer is happy or not through the emojis. So all those are typical use cases of image recognition and face recognition. Similarly, the language translators, your Google Translate or your Amazon's translator, okay, what we use for language translations. Yeah, autonomous vehicles, all these are exceptional use cases of your Gen AI, as well that of deep learning. Okay, so Gen AI is a specific discipline that arrived from deep learning. But here, the thought process is you try to train with a lot of unlabeled data. As an outcome of that, they try to generate text, images, music code, or emails, or video based on the patterns they have learned. Okay, what makes them really novel is they try to generate new content from their past learning, because you try to train them with so much amount of data set. Yeah, so you try to use transformers. That's where I give you the example of RAG. Also, you try to use generative convolutional networks. Okay, good use case of that is your RAG. Hmm? And examples, your chat GPTs, your DALI, Music LM, or say GitHub Copilot is another use case. Then you try to use Amazon Q, that's a use case of Amazon Q, Copilot, all these are very good use. Yeah. So all of this are typical use cases, and you try to generate content for training or content creation. So, okay, software development, healthcare, so on and so forth. So neural network is a type of algorithm. So just to give you some quick info, okay, a neural network is a type of an algorithm what your deep learning uses, okay, inspired by human brain, and they will have this is from graph theory. Okay, so it's an application of graph theory, and it's made up of neurons that tries to process your data. Typically, you'll have input, hidden, and output layers. Okay, and you try to give a weight to each neuron to arrive at the result. So just to give you an example, how an AI model is able to okay, translate a puppy to a dog and a kitten to a cat and a chicken to a sorry and a chicken to a hen. Okay, so all that is through this propagation approach. Okay, so real world analysis, your NLPs, image recognition, stock market predictions, your medical diagnosis, all of this. We are typical use cases, and here's a quick comparison of similarities between your AI, ML, and deep learning. So all are data driven. They try to improve over a period of time and try to leverage on automation, and their applications at times overlap across because AI is a broader field, ML is a sub field out of that, and deep learning is an considered for large complex activities. Okay, they try to overlap in terms of their applications. Differences, here is where you find okay, AI is okay, the broader field. ML is a subset, and deep learning is a specific use case, okay, well within identified use cases which can be resolved with deep learning. So complexity, deep learning requires more complex data sets and computational power. Yeah. Uh, yes, that's a possibility. Yeah. So all those things are automated today. So from the complexity point of view, human intervention, yeah, manual programming is required for AI. It requires engineering features in the case of deep learning. In the case of say ML, it requires feature engineering, and in the case of deep learning, they try to learn the features by the pattern what they try to bring in. So expert system, robotics, NLP are the generic use cases. The spam filters, recommendation engines, what we get are good use cases of ML, and your image recognition, your voice assistance, all these are good use cases. So these are algorithms. AI uses rule-based or search-based logic, whereas your ML tries to use decision trees, extreme regression algorithms. Okay, your CNNs, RNNs, transformers. Okay, so these are all the good use cases of your, or say the algorithms, what is considered for your deep learning. So to summarize, AI is a broader umbrella. Okay, AI is a broader umbrella. ML is the way to achieve it by learning from data. Deep learning is a powerful technique that uses ANN. That's the point of summary. Okay. Now, when it comes to how do you train, build. So, guys, what we have done so far? We have covered only these terminologies. What we have done under this clarification, guys, we have covered what is AI, what is ML, what is deep learning. You don't need to learn algorithms, right? No, you don't have to, but you should at least understand what is a regression, what is a classification algorithm, which types of algorithms should be supervised, you considered for supervised learning. At least you should know the know-how of it. Okay, and what are the different types of data you have? So all that you may have to understand. Okay, so those kind of foundational understanding you will have. Yeah. But you don't have to learn algorithm by algorithm. No, no, we are not going to get in there. Okay, so the machine learning development life cycle involves the following stages, guys. Okay, so it will have. So in machine learning life cycle, why we are more focused about machine learning life cycle on AWS is because ML plays a vital role in the case of your Gen AI. So having an understanding of AI, ML, deep learning, and Gen AI is important for us. So for any machine learning life cycle, it may not be on AWS, but you will try to have these phases, your business goal identification, then from the goal, you will try to identify whether this problem will fit into my ML use cases or this can be solved using a ML framework. So that ML problem framing is important. So the the feature rich tool what we use in that regard is we'll be using a SageMaker Canvas. Okay, SageMaker Canvas can assist you in terms of picking data that can be partial, or say it can be say a row by columnar data like your CSV data, or it can be a Excel data, or say from a flat file. Yeah. So all that can be picked by SageMaker Canvas. From that, you can figure out whether this will fit into an ML problem or not. For data collection and processing, you will use tools like S3. S3 is an object storage. This is where, okay, your understanding about why you should have an AWS cloud practitioner knowledge will come into picture. Okay, so what is S3? S3 is an object storage solution. It is like your Google Drive, what you use, or your Microsoft OneDrive, what you use, where you will be able to store and retrieve data. That S3. Okay, what is Glue? Glue is a solution, okay, which is fundamentally used in order to uh, traverse through okay, discrete types of data and to arrive at inferences. So that is where Glue is basically an analytics solution from AWS. Redshift is a data warehousing solution which can pick, say, several petabytes of your past historical data. From that, it can help you to arrive at inferences. So that's Redshift. Lake formation. So today everybody is talking about data lake. Data lake in turn is powered by S3. Yeah, and how do you build AWS data lake? So that knowledge is very much needed. Um, and finally, Data Wrangler. Data Wrangler is a tool that comes with SageMaker AI, which can assist you in terms of okay, finding the right patterns. So for data collection and processing, you will be leveraging on these services. Okay. From the model development point of view, you can consider SageMaker AI, SageMaker AI Autopilot, and Clarify for model development. For deploying the model, you can use SageMaker endpoints, or you can use batch service, or it can be even Lambda, or it can be even a EC2 instance. So in all these places, you will be able to deploy your. So typically the deployment happens on an EC2 or say on a batch instances. Now for monitoring, you have SageMaker Model Monitor, you have CloudWatch which can monitor your AWS infrastructure, and you can also use your Lambda. Then from the point of view of how do you build a pipeline to automate okay, the model deployment, you have SageMaker pipelines and model registry. So these are all the services what you should be aware of. At least you should know. If I say SageMaker Canvas, what is that service? Okay. If it is S3, what is that service? So for that, what does that do is, so this is the most important part. We are trying to understand about different types of services. Why did I come there? Because I want you to be aware of what do you mean by supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning, and how this will be fed. Okay, so I will try to bring in. See, I want to talk about identifying use cases in the real world. Okay, point number one. Point number two, how can you recognize applications where your AI ML can provide a value add? So for this, okay, and for how do you bring in prediction, how you will be bringing in classification, clustering. So in order to understand these objectives right, from the use case point of view, this knowledge is vitally essential. From the ML point of view. Okay, AI, ML, and so I've also added. So this is a quick overview, and I've added some more detailing around it. Okay, under business goal, what is that you will try to do? Under ML problem framing, what you will try to do? Okay, under data collection and processing, what you will do? Okay, under model development, what you will do? So I'll just try to explain that. Okay, a bit more in detail. So now, how do you classify data? So now we spoke about these 7 stages, right? One of the important processes, how do you classify your data and process the data, right? Before feeding it into the model. So data can be broadly classified. So this is an essential knowledge. For AI and ML, the type of data what you want to send to your, what do you call your AI ML model is important. Okay? So data can be labeled data, okay, which can be annotated with some names, tags, like Adidas footwear, apparel example, what I said, which is used in a So in a supervised learning, you will always use a labeled data or images of labeled data. Okay? And in the case of unsupervised or self-supervised learning, you will try to use unlabeled data, data without any annotations, data without any tags. Okay, so that is what you will try to use. They are called as unlabeled data. So semi-labeled data, a mix of some data will be labeled, some data will be unlabeled. That is called as semi-labeled data. Okay, so useful for labeling expensive and time consuming tasks. Okay, for those kind of activities you will try to use. So when it comes to data, based on labeling, you can classify the data as labeled data, unlabeled data. If there is no label to the data, it is called as unlabeled data. If there is a label to the data in the form of tagging, then it is called as a labeled data. Used in supervised learning, this is used in unsupervised and self-supervised learning. Then semi-labeled data is used in the case of complex data, where if you have a combination of some data is labeled, some is not labeled, so you go with semi-labeled data. Based on the structure, see this is based on labeling, you try to classify it as labeled, unlabeled and semi-labeled. Okay? Like similarly, based on the structure, it can be a row by column format. Okay, like a relational database or like a spreadsheet. It's a row by column arrangement. Or say when you open a Excel, you have a row by column arrangement, right? All your customer records, financial transactions, you get a report in the form of an Excel or a CSV. So all these are good use cases of structured data. Other than that, you can also get semi-structured data. See, you're trying to do a web chat. Okay, you are trying to discuss something with the customer chatbot over a text. Okay, so those are all, and you're trying to upload a snapshot of the error message what you're encountering. Okay, in a ticketing system. That's a text document. Okay, what you're trying to upload, or say a PDF you're trying to upload. You claimed for something, but so very good use case if you want me to say regarding this, you send some scanned documents of say your bill and say like your in the form of PDF, you've scanned them and you've sent all these documents. Now you want the insurer to process your MAD claim process. Okay, so very good use case of unstructured data. Okay, you are trying to take a snapshot of your credit card, and from that snapshot, what is it you want? You want the credit card to be identified today. So that's a good use case of image. Okay, you are trying to take a scan of scanned images. You are trying to take images of your X-ray and other things. You are trying to take snaps of that, and you are trying to send to a hospital where you want to get a diagnosis done. Okay, for your health issue what you are facing. That's a good use case. Then another use case of audio video. See today, post COVID, if you see, there is more of what you call okay, conferencing happens more these days over Teams. It happens over Zoom. It happens over WebEx. So now I'm connecting session over WebEx, right? So all these chats. Okay, if I want to okay get it and I want to okay pick the right set of data, so that comes from as a text okay feed to me, right? Or say the audio. So when I'm trying to record the session, I get a audio. You get this entire session when I try to record as a video, right? So all these are very good use cases of your unstructured data. Semi-structured data, you try to pick the data in the form of JSON or say in the form of YAML or say in the form of XML data, which are all semi-structured data, and you try to separate them by elements and you try to get some structure based on that. So based on structure, you try to classify them as structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data. Based on the modality, it can be a tabular data, okay, it can be a time series data, it can be a image data based on pixel, okay, based on your satellite images. So all these are based on the modality. Then text data, what you get from your email or say a social media post or say from a chat or say from articles. Yeah? Attendance will be captured and marked by the admin team post to the session. Okay, so session should end WebEx should generate a log, only then they try to mark attendance for you, not before that. So please hang on. Give some time for the team. You give them a couple of days. Within that, if it is not marked, okay, you guys revert back to them, right? So that is the way you try to do it. So now when it comes to audio data, so data when it comes, it can be tabular, time series, it can be data based on images, data can be text data once again. Yeah? Don't get confused between text data and tabular data. So this is for sales and employee records. Okay? In an Excel or say in a report form. In the case of text, it can be an email, it can be a social media post, it can be a chat log, what you are getting. Just all these are. Audio, it can be a voice command or a podcast, okay, from which you are trying to do some analysis. It can be a surveillance footage from which you want to arrive at, okay, you are trying to do some, what do you call, forensic analysis, for which in the image somebody has appeared and they have gone out. Okay? What time they came in and what time they went out. So all those are, and you're trying to sequence your audio to say the video that has appeared. So especially when they are trying to generate the content, right? Or say the movie, they will try to do dubbing. So they will try to generate, there will be an audio script separately and there will be a video, okay, what somebody has acted. So now they have to bring these two pieces together. So sequencing images and audio, so these are good use cases around there. Other than that, based on the source, it can be sensor data or from web or say from user generated data. So all these are based on data, how do you classify data? Okay, so you can classify data based on labeling, labeled, unlabeled, semi-labeled. Based on structured, unstructured, semi-structured. Based on modality, tabular, time series, image data, text data, audio, video. Based on the source, you get sensor data from IoT devices, web data scrapped from your website, social media, or through APIs, user generated contents through reviews, comments, feedback, etc. So all these are different types of data. Okay, so now you all can see there are different types of data that gets added. I believe you guys are getting right. I think we have covered already what is supervised and unsupervised learning and all. So we have covered one sub-segment here. And why did I go through that ML development life cycle is because of this ML pipeline. I think we covered SageMaker, Data Wrangler. So 1.3, your ML development life cycle also got covered. Okay, guys, you never know, okay, how quickly we have covered. Within say like some 30-40 minutes, we were able to cover a couple of subdomains here and some amount of your NLPs, recognition system and all that we covered in terms of your real world use cases. So use cases were part of all of that. Okay, so we quickly covered all of this in no point in time. Okay, so based on that, I think so. This is more from how do you learn a supervised learning? How do you try? What is the characteristic of supervised learning and unsupervised learning? I think I've already covered it, but just a repeat of that. Okay, because whenever you try to learn from more than one source, right, you keep copying, tracking data. I think that pretty much sums up. Can we create services on AWS? What is that? Okay, I'll try to stop now. So guys, with that, I think I have covered quickly what is needed from the point of view of, okay, what do you call your AI, ML and Gen AI. So now from Gen AI point of view, what is that you all should be aware of? Okay, and what are the services that are being okay covered? So this I'll try to cover it in because if I start now, I need another 45 minutes to cover them. I'll try to get this shared, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll try to share this as a PDF to all of you. But I have tried covering. Okay, just to give you a conceptual understanding. See, AWS will be covering the hands-on segment and all that. But from the learning point of view, what is that you may have to learn? That I will try to cover it in the subsequent 90 minutes, so that it gives you a comprehensive overview of it's not only the structuring, okay, where do you find the resource to do a hands-on and all that, but In addition to this, what is that concept that you need to know in order to prepare for the certification? That's the reason the overall 3 hours we have broken that down into two parts. One is understanding the overall ecosystem of AWS, what is that is available, how do you get started, right? The other part is, okay, what are the essential concepts that you should learn in order to prepare for the certification? So now, how do you, okay, where do I find, when will subsequent session will be scheduled in the future? Hey, that I've already shared, right? You go to Lex. I think I did this some time back, right? You go to Lex. Subsequent sessions are scheduled here. Okay, just try to search for the course called as Fundamentals of AI, ML, and Gen AI, right? And you go click on this course, check for view trainings, right? So today's session is in progress, 10 to 1. There is next session is planned on 16th, another session is planned on 23rd, and another session is planned on 30th. User who has already enrolled here to September 8th, what I've done is I've already extended the invites for 16th, 23rd, and 30th as well. Now I will ask the team to pull this. Is there any channel created in Teams for communication? I'll try to use the channel of AWS Cloud Practitioner. If you guys need, we will try to create one for AI Practitioner, and we will try to get you guys onboarded there. Okay, so we'll try to do it. So next Tuesday is where we will continue. Okay, and if there are any questions, can we have trainings on Teams instead of WebEx? See, with the Teams, we have a lot of restriction. Yep, we'll try to create a channel, or I'll try to give you this. There is an ML specialty channel, what we have already created. What I'll do is I'll try to give you that particular link so that you all can go register there. I can create a subdirectory well within that for AI practitioner, and I can baseline or give you the artifacts and other things there. Okay, so how will the attendance be captured? WebEx log will be pulled by the admin team, and they will try to mark the attendance against it. So please log in only with your Infosys, as today's one, correct. They will try to use my WebEx log. Yep, I'll send across a detailed communication to all of you. Yeah, so that you all will be able to move on. Hope you found the sessions to be useful today. And if there is any feedback that you would want to share, please feel free to write back. There is a lot of services provided by AWS, which services we should learn. We will cover that in the coming section. Okay, I just introduced you to AWS. Introductions to fundamentals. We will try to see what are the AI services, what are the ML services, what are the Gen AI services that are supported by AWS. That's going to be the quick coverage. Okay, what we will try to do in the subsequent domains. I said domain 1, 2 today, but we were able to do only domain 1 today. Don't worry. Nevertheless, in the next 390 minutes, we'll try to cover domain 2, 3, 4, and 5 quickly, so that you are all well prepared. And so, if you want to hear the same recording, it's already there. If you go to the the document, that will help you guys in order to quickly capture things, right? So this document, I'll keep you all posted. You all can refer to it. Yeah. Any further questions that you have? Yeah. You all can learn through. The objective is, see, I will also give you specific links, okay, where it will be like 60 minutes or something, where you guys can go through, and you will gain more learning, and they all will be from AWS Skill Builder. Okay? So, if you guys need any help or something, you can respond back on top of the mail, or you can leave a message. See, I'll be in back-to-back workshops like this. As and when I get some time, I'll try to pick your messages, and I'll try to check and respond to them. You will always see that, okay, there will be some response you will be getting. I think this complete week and till say coming Tuesday, we are into back-to-back workshops. Okay, so you leave your message. See, don't stop with simply say a hi. What is your requirement? You leave that. Okay, if you are not getting immediate response, don't worry too much about it. As and when I'm getting some time, I'll try to pick your messages and I'll try to give you a responses. Yeah, but please be clear and crisp with respect to what is your ask. You're already invited then, Gaurav. You should have got a what do you call uh, a recurring invite for 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Go check your calendar; it will be there if you have accepted it. See, Jay Ganesh, if you are able to clear your internal certification, go visit the modernization portal. I think I have given you the process doc, right? That explains that very clearly to you. Okay, so we will conclude it here. So this is something what I wanted to refer to you all. So whatsoever the notes I prepared, right? They all came from here. So domain one review. Guys, please listen. In your AWS, where is that skill builder plan? So guys, please listen. Okay, where did I complete the internal certification? See, here is the course, Domain 1 Review AWS Certified AI Practitioner. If you see the outline, if you go through this course, right, whatsoever I have covered, the same thing they try to cover it in 90 minutes. Domain 1, Fundamentals of AI ML. Okay, and if you would want to register, just go. I've already, so it tries to cover the basic concepts, the use cases, and the ML development lifecycle. I think this is what I have covered today as well. Okay, so similarly, what you can do is you can say view next. Okay, so you say resume. Okay, if you've already started, and you try to access the course. So these are all the things. Okay, the course. Okay, what I'm trying to cover. The same course is covered by AWS as well, explaining the basic concepts, terminology, and all that. So the name of the course is Domain 1 Introduction. So I'll try to give you these links as well to all of you so that you all can complete your self-learn. See, full stack course is the internal content created by ETA. It also covers the same scope. The content given by AWS is AWS created content, which you will be using your APN account and you will be accessing it. Okay. So thanks guys. Even I have another call. So we all will drop here. It's 1 p.m. now. Yeah. So let's stop here. So starting the training on time and concluding it on time is equally important for all of us. So we will call it here for this particular training, and let's try to resume coming week. Okay, with some more useful concepts around domain 2. Yeah. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, now I have to go figure out, okay, where is my WebEx, and I have to go stop this session. Okay, when did I do that? I think it went in the full screen mode, then I'm not finding any way to bring it down. Just give me a sec, guys. I'll try to close this session. If in case if you don't have any questions, you all can log off this. Yeah. So I'll try to log in and I'll try to then close the session. Just a second. I'm trying to do that side by side. I don't know where this pop has gone. Somehow. Folks, you all can log off. I'll try to kill and close this session. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to do that from the handheld so that the session gets closed automatically.